What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, back with some more Pirate Rumble action, and today we're going to be covering one of the two brand new characters that just debuted in the finale Super Sugo Fest for One Piece Film Red here, and that character is Usopp and Yasopp. Of course, more shooter support, which we love to see. I'm a big fan of the shooter class, you know, ever since way back when in the Strong World Ace days, and I've been waiting for the day for shooters to reign supreme once again, and we're not quite there yet, but we have quite a few new characters to play around with, and I really am excited to jump into this video today. I have done a little bit of testing, not against actual teams, but in single matches with this squad that you're seeing right here. And it's actually done relatively well, so I have somewhat a little bit of confidence that it should perform relatively well today. So let's talk about the Usopp and Yasopp character in Pirate Rumble, because they do have a very interesting kit. So their Rumble ability, pretty simple stuff. Level 6 speed, HP, and attack to your shooter characters, which is very good. No real problems there. And then a 28 CT that targets 3 enemies with 100% special CT charge, and a 100% chance of halving their stats for 15 seconds. Very key component there, because shooters don't do a lot of damage with their specials. So having a way to halve their stats so some of your shooter characters can hit even harder is always great to see. He then targets 3 driven class enemies that for 100% chance of special binding them for 8 seconds, and then he guarantees to hit 3 enemies for 2500 fixed damage. So once again, not a huge amount of damage, but a little bit of utility, a little bit of gimmicks there to help some of your other characters perform a little bit better. So I like that. This character provides a little bit to your crew, and then he actually does have a self-heal, a very minor self-heal at that, and he also has the ability to completely evade special bind, and also reduces damage from fighter characters by 30%. So very weird that he debuffs driven, but then he reduces damage from fighters. I don't really know what they had planning for this guy, but overall, I'm really excited to jump into the team comp here. So we've got a pretty weird spread of characters, of course. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo are going to be huge assets to the crew with what they do with their Rumble ability and their Rumble special. Kuzan doesn't really have a lot of synergy with Usopp and Yasopp because they are considered a dual unit, so they're not getting the boost from Kuzan's Rumble ability. But the thing is Kuzan is like one of the best shooter characters you can run in Rumble. We might as well run it right. And if we're up against, you know, strength or int characters, it's going to make it even better. And then Zephyr is like another unit that, you know, shooters don't have a lot going for them. Zephyr has a relatively low CT, does a health cut. He can do damage as well, so he's relatively okay. And then Kizaru, Borsellino to give us some special CT charge. The bench is a bit weird though. We got Smoker because I liked it when someone was knocked out. Smoker comes in, he can special bind enemies, which allows us to stop them from activating their special so that we can survive a bit longer. It actually helped out a lot, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And of course, we just have 2 regular, like, low-cost characters just to fill out the rest of the crew. But that is the team comp that we have here for our shooter team. Let's go ahead and find some opponents. Alright, so our first opponent is going to be with the shooter squad against the quick team, and it's essentially like a quick driven based team. Very interesting looking squad. Not a bad squad to say the least. It's completely fine, but I just hope that we're able to get some victories, man. I was doing some testing in some single matches, and this team was performing really well. I don't know what to say. So if we absolutely fail today, then I don't know what to believe anymore. But let's see how we perform. One thing, of course, always against quick teams, we're going to be very cautious of their health cutting abilities. Was there Magellan on this team? No Magellan. Okay, so we don't have to worry about, you know, heavy defense down and the hasting effects. We do have to worry about, you know, Kaido, though. Defense down, damage, obviously still a problem. Kizaru obviously launches very quickly. Already knocking out Bellamy is absolutely massive. Have a look at our attack stat there. Looking very healthy. Zephyr just missed out. Oh no, here he is. There we go. A little bit of a health cut, a little bit of single target damage, which is, you know, not the best, but it's fine. We should tank this relatively well. Our defense is looking fine right now. Kaido is about to launch from the opposing side, which is going to reduce our defense a little bit, as well as applying some damage. Yeah, man, Usopp and Yasopp barely hanging on there. Here we go with Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo. Hopefully get some good damage here. Ooh, man, they're eating that up really well. So normally you'd want to get Usopp and Yasopp to launch first, and then Ben Beckman to go straight after it. But here we go with the Usopp and Yasopp. The special binding and the damage, there we go. So Akainu is not launching his special today, and Kuzan's about to come in with his damage, the fixed damage, which is so good. Look at that, just knocking out essentially everything there. That's what we love to see. And with that, there is absolutely no way that we do not lose this match. We are going to be winning very comfortably. And, oh, I was going to say, can we please let no one die? But someone had to be knocked out, which is not bad. Kizaru Destroyer might get the victory here. Hold up. Oh my god, Kuro just hanging on, which is fine. Normal attacks. Oh, he's paralyzed, and Zeph is just going to go ahead and say, hey, I'll leave it to me, buddy. Leave it to me. And there we go. So we actually got a pretty clean victory there, and it was a relatively quick match at that as well. We got through it pretty quickly. Kizaru with the special CT increase obviously is a huge asset. And as we showed, you know, the Cruzan has great power in the shooter team, and the fact that Cruzan boosts most of the team as well, because we have a lot of quick and Psy characters alike. So a team that actually worked relatively well. It is unfortunate that Usopp and Yasopp, the character that we really wanted to help showcase in this video, unfortunately did get knocked out. But he did enable us to special bind that Akainu, so he didn't launch his special at all. Very, very useful. Alright, let's see how we go against a Driven team. So again, you're going to go class versus class this time, which is kind of cool, but you know, the thing about the Driven team is they don't have like a lot of damage output, at least not what I see on this team. Ulti and Page 1 are definitely the ones that are probably worrying me the most. Bellamy launching very quickly to do health cuts, and then having Ulti Page 1 hit as hard as they can do is obviously a bit of an issue. And also Blackbeard, he can do some defense down shenanigans and also hits relatively hard himself. So those are the 2, maybe 3-ish components that I'm kind of worried about, but Bellamy's going down very quickly. I mean, look at the start of the match. 31 attack value for our shooters is just absolutely crazy. Already knocking out Bellamy, you absolutely love to see it. Kizaru already coming in for a special. Very, very good. Ulti Page 1 will not launch this time around, but they will launch next. Here we go with Zephyr with a bit of a health cut, bit of single target damage. Almost knocking out Capone Crew is actually kind of good there. And we are going to get Usopp and Yasopp to launch first. That's very, very good. There we go with the special bind, inflicting it on Bato and also the Capone, which is great. And also halving their stats. So hopefully we see some relatively good damage here. They do hit 6 times. Can we knock out Ulti Page 1? They just survived. That was very, very close. So we're going to take a hit. Oh no, they're special binded, right? No, they're not special binded. Unlucky. Okay, we eat it up. We're eating it up. No issues. And here we go with Kizaru. Boom. Wow, Kizaru looking very, very clean there. And Cruzan with the 4,000 fixed damage, he's just staying up, and we have to wait for a special, but it's fine. We're going to use the normal attacks from Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, get the knockout. That was a very easy victory once again. So, you know, we're not going up against the top echelon of teams here, obviously, but, you know, it's still a relatively okay team that can get some stuff done, which is pretty good. So I saw this team here and I thought, come on, we have to give this one a go. So it is an int-driven-ish, weird-looking team. It is essentially an int team, I guess. There is some micro synergies within, though. You've got, like, Kid and Doflamingo with the driven-based stuff. I think Smoker himself is also a driven unit on the bench. But you've also got some really annoying healers, like Perona and also Reiju are very, very worrisome. And Akainu, you do have to respect what Akainu is able to do. However, we do have a lot more special CT than them, so we should be launching our specials before them. And notably, Usopp and Yasopp hopefully getting some special binds on some of those driven characters is obviously going to be very, very key. Cruzan is going to be very good in this matchup as well, so we'll see how things go. Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, unfortunately launching before the Usopp and Yasopp, but look, there's not much you can really do about that. They're very defensive, which is the thing that I'm most worried about. Here we go with Zephyr, though, with a bit of health cut, a bit of single target. Actually pretty decent. Reiju is going to launch here, which is going to allow her to heal herself, and also the damage over time actually may be a bit of a problem. This is really bad, though, that Usopp and Yasopp unfortunately haven't been able to launch, because we could have special binded some of them, which would have been really good. The fixed damage and the defense down is obviously going to be huge here. Very, very nice stuff. And we're getting them down very, very low. Kid, oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, it's okay. Here we go with the Usopp and Yasopp. What are you doing, buddy? Nice. Nice. Got rid of Kid. That's absolutely wonderful. Smoker's coming in now. Dofi special bind. Oh, I'm really worried about Akainu, though. Oh, we actually knocked out someone else. I think Cruzan just took a lot of those debuffs there, which is really bad. This is gonna hurt. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Losing a lot of health, but we're still doing okay. The damage over time is gonna come back to haunt us a little bit. Hopefully, Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo can stay alive to launch another special. That's actually really good damage coming in there. Cruzan, if we could get Cruzan to launch again, we definitely win. This is still looking really good in our favor, though. Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo are going to launch again, which is great. Nice. Nice. Let's go! Yes! So there we go, versus an int defensive team. It wasn't the best int defense team I've ever seen, but it was still a scary team nonetheless. But there we go. That's awesome. Very, very comfortable win in the end, actually. Only getting one character knocked out, and we still had, like, Kuzan specifically was relatively healthy. He had, like, I think over half HP left, so that was actually pretty good. Not too bad in the grand scheme of things. And with that, that is going to wrap up the video talking about Usopp and Yasopp in Pirate Rumble. I don't think shooters are quite on the top level just yet. They definitely need a couple more support style units. In the video you guys would have seen with Zephyr, like Zephyr's fine for what he does, but he's not the best unit in his situation. So if we could find a really good replacement for Zephyr, if there was a unit like Yamato for shooters, it'd be a wrap, honestly. It would be an absolute wrap. Or a unit like V2 Odin, but for shooters, dude, it's over. Like, if that actually, or a damage through defense unit as well. Like, just units like that would make shooters absolutely godly. They're really close to being a top tier team, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see how things progress as time goes on. Hopefully we do get a little bit more support for the shooters, but it's a lot of fun using these characters again. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.